everybody. One of the people that put a message on the post I did earlier said, you know, a bit more about marketing, and I've had a load of conversations with people today and clients today about marketing. And one of the things I find is that a lot of people do go out there and start to get their marketing on track, start preparing their offer, or, you know, they learn the techniques, because obviously we teach people how to generate leads, how to build funnels, how to sell online, to do all of these things. And the ones that set themselves apart and get the results from the ones that don't get the results, and eventually, obviously, if they're in a coaching program with us, they get the results because we coach them and train them on these things, and we help them to get those conversions right. But the ones that take a little bit longer than the ones that actually have success straight away, really, whether they know it consciously or unconsciously before we train them on it, is that they understand these 4 checkpoints. So what I've done is I've just prepared you, just off the cuff, just some checkpoints for you tonight on if you want your conversions and your marketing to convert better and you want to get better results. And if you do, put it in the comments and let me know who out there wants to see some more successful marketing, who wants to get more conversions, who wants to get more leads, who wants to see more of their sales converts, who wants to see more people responding to their offers, who wants to see themselves getting more clients online. If you do, you know, put it in the comments and let me know. And of course, in order to get any leads and in order to get any sales, you've got to put the assets out there and you've got to make things happen. And obviously, I think for loads of you have been on Rockstar Social. So we obviously run a 3-day training called Rockstar Social. Been running it for the last 2 years. We trained thousands of people on social media, thousands, and many of you have been on it. If you've been on it, you know, put in the comments that you love Rockstar and, you know, what your experience has been and how many leads you've got and how much your page has grown and the results you've got. Because there's so many people have got mad results from that training. Or if you're using the key, you know, if you're using the key and you're following the key and you're getting crazy results, put it in the comments and let us know. I'd be really keen to hear from you. But regardless of whether you've been on Rockstar Social or whether you use the key or whether you're on Instagram Secrets at the moment or you haven't done anything with us yet, maybe you've just been to one of the things online. I think tonight, the things I share, although they're simple, are going to be powerful checkpoints for you to be able to start to make your marketing a lot better. So I'm just going to quickly get my phone open and make sure I can see people joining on, because when you're streaming through Zoom, because I'm going to share some slides with you in a minute, when you're streaming through Zoom, you can't actually see the live itself. So it's always that little bit where you don't know unless you log in whether you're actually gone live and whether you talk to yourself. But hopefully you can put it in the comments and you can tell me that you can see me and that we're on track, right? That'd be super helpful if you could do that for me, because then I'd get some notifications. Oh, I can see myself now, which is good. So there's actually loads of you watching, which is really cool. Okay, so as you join, put it in the comments. Let me know what you've been doing. Let me know how things are going. Cam's watching. How you going? Even though Cam's been coached by me for 4 years, I think even tonight will be useful for you tonight. This is really what you want to look at. So when I get my marketing team to start preparing their marketing, you know, whether we're going to launch a webinar, whether we're going to launch a free event, whether we're going to launch selling one of our paid programs, whether we're going to launch a consulting program, whatever it is, this is what I'm getting them to look at. And this comes back to the strategy. We did a brilliant event. I think it was a brilliant event for our Academy members the other day on strategic marketing. Those of you online and saw it, let us know in the comments that you loved it and you got a lot from it. You know, it'd be really good to hear. So we've got Lisa's just joined. She's saying hello. How you doing, Lisa? Good to see you. Cam's saying hello. My man, how you doing? So as you join on tonight, make sure you say hello. Make sure you introduce yourself. Tell us in the comments as well what it is, what business you're in. And even if you're watching the replay, obviously we're doing this Friday night at 6 p.m. So if you're watching the replay and you're watching this some on the replay, comment below so we know you're watching, and say hello for us, and, you know, follow along. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share these checkpoints with you, and then I'm going to ask you to analyze one of your current campaigns or one of your current marketing efforts or the live videos you do, whatever you are using. Doesn't matter if you are experienced, you've been trained by us and you're using funnels and you're using live videos and you're converting tons of people, or if you're at the beginning and you're just doing social media posts right now and you're doing what we're talking about the webinar, you're box ticking, right? Whatever it might be, wherever you're at, whatever stage, what we're going to talk about tonight is going to be super duper useful for you. So Debbie's watching as well. So I'm going to start How you doing, Debs? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let us know how you're going. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at these 4 checkpoints, everybody. So these are the 4 checkpoints of effective marketing. And if you've had marketing campaigns previously that have not worked, and your marketing campaigns are not working, and you're not getting the conversions, or you're one of those people that's gone, oh, I tried Facebook ads and they didn't work, I'm about to tell you why they didn't work, okay? So if you listen very, very, very carefully, I'm going to boil it down to these 4 things. If something you've tried in marketing has not worked previously before, it is because of one of these 4 things. That's it. It will only be one of these 4 things. So now you're going to have some guidance on where you can sharpen up and where you can get better. Now, if you're somebody that's already training with us, you know, and you're in one of our trainings, whether it's social media power brand, whether you are doing Rockstar Social, whether you're on Instagram, whatever, then you know, use this in conjunction with the other trainings, because this is a really good thing to get your ads converting better, to get your live videos converting better, to get your posts converting better. Any type of marketing you can use this for. So Stephen's just joined. Stephen, I'm new here, just finding my way around. I'm looking forward to our chat next week. I'm looking forward to our chat as well. Stephen's an action taker, so he's going to be joining us. He was on the webinar the other day and he's joined us on one of the programs. So I'm super looking forward to working with you. It's going to be awesome. Debs, who's been at Rockstar Social many, many times. You can tell Stephen how many people you've seen succeed through that process as well. So that'd be really, really cool. So look, we're going to start off with checkpoint number 1. Okay. So whatever your offer is, whatever it is that you've put in place, whether it is that ad, whether it is a live video, whatever it is, if it is not working on the first phase. So the first phase, especially of social media marketing, is, are you getting the attention of your audience? That is purely the first phase, okay? Are you getting the attention of your audience? Because a lot of people, when they've gone, oh, Facebook ads don't work, or Instagram ads don't work, or LinkedIn ads don't work, or YouTube ads don't work. Well, the reality is, if you're saying that they don't work, it just means they haven't worked for you. It doesn't mean they don't work, because it's working for thousands of other people. And these are the checkpoints that you relate back to make sure they work for you. So it's super important. Now, yeah, the first step of it is you've got to go and grab that attention. If you grab the attention and you grab the attention of the person, then what that's going to do is that's going to mean that your copywriting gets seen. It's going to mean that your post, your imagery gets seen. You've got to go out and grab the attention. And how do you grab someone's attention? Well, it comes down to this very, very simply. Is the thing that you're offering actually interesting to them? Okay, and what that means is, and this is where, if you're using Facebook ads or Instagram ads, what it really comes down to, are you targeting the right people? Because if you are targeting the right people and your offer matches the kind of thing that they'd be interested in, well, we've got this check. We're already one step ahead of the game. Okay, and that's where targeting plays a large part. So sometimes you might have a really, really good offer, you might have a really, really good marketing campaign, but it's not quite working for you because simply you're targeting the wrong people, right? You're simply targeting the wrong people. And I've seen this even with some super high level people that we've worked on and we've helped them market. And I'm talking about £300 million companies, one of our clients, that when we started working with them, the one thing that the first thing that they were doing wrong is the targeting was completely wrong. So they were putting out a message that is the right message to the wrong person. Now, some of you would have heard me before say that the key to really effective marketing is getting the right message to the right person at the right time. Now, if we get the right message to the right person at the right time, I promise you're going to get the right result. And the first thing that we've got to do is grab the attention of the right person. Okay, so that's really, really important. So we've got to look at, does what you're putting out there into the market solve a problem for someone? Does it help them with a challenge? Does it help them overcome something? Is it relevant to them? Is it something that they can see relevance in? Can it be helpful to them in some way? Or even does it spark some type of curiosity? Are they like, well, I could be interested in that, but I'm not sure? Because the first phase, just phase 1 of getting them to actually opt in, or phase 1, getting them to click, or phase 1, just getting them to read what you've got to say. We need some level of interest and some level of curiosity. So you've got to make sure that whatever you're doing grabs attention. Now, many of you I've trained you how to grab attention with your marketing. And we can talk about things like stats, we can talk about questions, we can talk about polarizing content where you've got a really strong opinion on something that grabs attention. And you'll see marketers doing this all the time. And I'm not going to go too deep into that, because for this tonight, what I want you to do is I want you to look at what you're running at the minute. And I want to look at whether it is a live video, whether it's an advert, whatever it is. And I want you to write down one, attention grabbing, okay? And really, if it's a social media advert, you need to look at what you're running, and you need to say, right, does that grab my client's attention? All right, does that hook them in? Does that get them kind of like, oh, you know, is this a bit of me? Is this interesting to me? Does it grab them in that first instance? And if it does, then you should be getting a lot of people driving traffic. Sometimes people say to me, Adam, I'm driving traffic, I'm getting loads of people go over to my funnel, but I'm not getting any opt-ins. You know, I'm getting loads of people over to my website, but I'm not getting any sales. And that's obviously the next check. We're going to look at some checkpoints there. But the first thing to actually get somebody to the point where they're interested with you and they're curious is to make sure you grab their attention. If you do that, then we can work forward from there. So I've got a question there from Lisa. How do you figure out who the right person is? Well, the way you figure out the right person is you have to look at who is your ideal client. Now, this is kind of 101. This is, you know, really a basic thing that every single one of you should know. Who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal buyer? Who is the person that buys your products and services and goes, oh my God, that is amazing. That was built for me. That's exactly what I needed. Oh, I feel so like Chris Lampett's just joined. You know, who is the client? Because Chris does life insurance, right? Who's the client that gets life insurance and goes, right, I feel much better now. I've got that in place. I know I've needed to do that for ages. Who is that person, right? And then we figure that out, and then we go and grab their attention. That's the first phase. Does that make sense for everyone? If it does, put it in the comments and say yes. You know, and whatever your product or service is, who is that person that you are trying to grab the attention of? And that comes to us actually getting inside the mind and the psyche of the person that we want to work with. And really, if you're totally unsure, I'll just give you a quick tip, because I didn't want tonight to be purely about that, but I'll give you a quick tip. Okay, look at the people you've got already. If you've got some people already, and say, who are the best people you got? Who are the best people I've got? And then say, what are their attributes? What are their characteristics? And how can I go out there and replicate those people? And if you do that, if you haven't got anyone already at all, then you're going to have to go and do a little bit of market research and ask people that you think would be really good clients for you, and get into their minds and find out what juices them, and that really, really help you. Okay, so this is the thing, right? For anyone, it doesn't matter if it's Steph's worked with us now for 4 years. She sent me I probably won't mind me sharing, hopefully she won't. She sent me a screenshot the other day of a conversion of £63,000 in sales off a spend of about £2,500. All right, how many of you would like to be going and spending £2,500 and getting £63,000 back in a short space of time? You know, because I want to tell you, it's 1,000,000% possible. And then some of you go, yeah, I know it is, but maybe not for me. But the reality is, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter whether you're great at marketing, whether you're terrible at marketing. This is the cool thing. And this is a thing that I want to communicate to everybody, right? So this is the reality, whether it's marketing, whether it's sales, whether it's business. And the reason you're listening tonight is you probably recognize that all skills are transferable. Okay. I'm not super clever. I'm not a genius. When I started out in marketing, I didn't understand it, but I've cracked the code. I've figured it out. I've gone on to sell £50 million worth of products through social media because I put the time and the effort into crack the code. I got the right coaching. I got the right advice. I got the right guidance. Okay. That's what it comes down to. Now, if you get the right advice, you have the right dedication, you put the time and you put the work in, there is absolutely no reason why you can't not only achieve the results I've achieved, but you can actually outperform my results, right? If you put the right level of dedication and work effort in, as long as you get the information, as long as you get the skills. And it's absolutely possible for every single person. And this is the reality. Say you don't want to do that much, maybe, but it'd be pretty cool to do 500,000 in sales, wouldn't it? You know, to go out there and start doing that. But you can do that with your product or service when you start to crack the code of marketing. And what we're talking about today is analyzing those offers, right? And analyzing what it is you're putting out there. So the first checkpoint is, are you grabbing the attention? Okay, are you grabbing the attention? And I was saying about Steph there, this is really useful for even somebody that's advanced, because someone like Steph who's advanced, you can go back and look at what you're doing. One of the things that I do, and this is a true practice that I practice all the time, right, is every single time we ever launch anything, it doesn't matter what it is. We've obviously got a webinar that we're doing coming up called How to Build a Coaching-Based Business, which I think I put the link out there for everyone yesterday. Every single one of you should jump on that. I think you really enjoy it. And we launched that, and we launched another a webinar, Social Media Success Strategy. But when we're launching them, I've already got tons of ads that work. I've already got tons of ways of attracting clients. We had 750 people register for the social media webinar. We had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people turn up. But even though I knew that we would fill it, even though I knew it to be super busy, I still used this methodology to analyze what we were doing. I said, right, do our ads grab attention? Okay. Are our ads, and then I'll show you the rest as we get going. But I looked at this and I said, right, one, does that grab someone's attention? Because if it doesn't, don't do it, right? This is the reality. If it doesn't, this is where you get into optimization and you start making things better and you start making them more powerful. So Chris is waving his hands. How you doing, my man? Also, if anyone wants life insurance, speak to Chris. It's something that he's very, very good at. Hi, Claire. Claire's saying hello. As you join on the live tonight, make sure you say hello. Don't be shy. Tell us what business you're in. Ask questions. I think it was Lisa that's asked the question, and feel free to ask as many questions as you want, because that way we can get to know you, we can get to know your business, we can help you more. You can take this opportunity to maybe, like, if you want to grow your Instagram, put your Instagram handles in. If you want to put your website on, tell people what business you're in. You should be socially networking as well for your businesses, putting yourself out there, getting to know people. That's super duper important. Okay, so let's get to number 2. Okay, so you got the person's attention. We've managed to grab their attention. So we've done that phase 1, which is really, really good. We've got their attention. Now, the next part is, now that we've got their attention, we really, 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 really need to make sure that we give a person a reason why to continue. Because let's face it, right? Let's look at it like this, okay? Let's look at it like this. You're walking down the street and you see a shop, and whatever it is that you like or you love, you see in the shop window, whether that's a pair of shoes, maybe it's a handbag, whether that is I don't know, for the chaps, whether that's something like a film you like, or whatever, a game, or whatever it might be. You see something you like and you're in the shop window and you think, and it's there and it's grabbed your attention, and you go, oh yeah, I like that. And you point at it and then you keep on walking, right? That's the reality of what's happening on social media to every single one of yours ads. That's the reality of what's happening to every single one of your posts. That's what's happening to every one of your lives, right? You got to give them, on the second stage, a reason why to stay, right? A reason why to go further, a reason why that they should be more interested, a reason why to actually go, you know what? I see that in the window. I like it. I'm going to go and open that door and I'm going to walk in that shop. Now, I'm using a real, like a physical analogy to kind of give you an idea of exactly what I mean, because a lot of the success, and I've been saying this more to our clients recently, because I'm trying to really double and treble down on making sure that every single one of our clients succeed, whether they're at a stage because we've got so many people that are absolutely smashing it. And then we've got people that just started with us, but I want every single one to reach the heights that they want to reach. They want to get, and I've been talking about even more when we're doing the high level stuff. Like, this is on the group, this is just some good information for you. But when we get to the really high levels, and I show you like the real secrets and the tips of what you can do to accelerate it, right? But I want everybody to understand, what is the reason why you're going to walk through that shop door? What is the reason why you're going to take that next step? And if we look at that from a social media perspective, and we look at how do we get someone through, then these are the different things you need to look at. Who else has it worked for? How has it worked for you? How are you able to get this thing, or this thing that you're offering, this product or the service, to work for you? So some people say to me, oh, I don't know how to go and offer my products and services because I haven't got any clients yet. Well, what did you do? How did you learn about the products or services? Use yourself as your own case study. Absolutely. Like, Ross has been doing a lot of the a lot of the calls, a lot of the consultancy calls, where we've been speaking to a lot of new clients. And this is the reality. It's one of the best case studies that you can possibly find, because we're teaching, we're going to have an angle where we're working with quite a few people and teaching them how to become coaches. Well, when I met Ross was a coach, but he wasn't succeeding at the level he wanted to succeed at. But he then paid for the coaching with me. He went through exactly the same process. And when he paid for the coaching with me, I was able to very, very quickly get Ross to understand his value. I was very, very quickly able to uncover Ross's talents that he had, but he couldn't quite acknowledge, right? Because he didn't understand his message, and he didn't 100% understand how good he was to be truthful. So, you know, I was able to give him that belief as well, and that confidence to go out there and make things happen. And then all of a sudden, Ross very, very quickly took the lessons on board that I was teaching him, and he went and he closed a lot of business, and he started making a lot of money. And he started doing really well, so well that I said, Ross, you know, how would you feel about working with me? I know that's not why you did the coaching, but he's really good. He was doing really, really well. He's coming to the sessions with me going, right, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've closed this deal, I've done this deal, I've done that, I'm helping this client, I've got them that result. You know, I really care about these people, and I'm really putting time and effort, and this is what I'm doing. I'm thinking, God, this is somebody that I want working with my clients. You know, that's exactly what I did. Now, that is proof that that process works in a physical human being, right? And sometimes it's not even a case of, if you haven't got any clients right now, you're at the beginning, well, the product or the service that you're probably using is something that you probably discovered or bought in the first place, and you can be your own case study, right? And why it's so awesome, you know, and what a difference it made to you and how it helped you. And then you can start looking at who else has it worked for. So it might not be that it's even your client. It might not even be that it's someone that you've got this incredible story of how the product or the service that you're offering has helped somebody else, or this amazing story of, you know, I know Steph's on the line, where they went to a wedding and the guests were all wowed, or, you know, or someone's pet that you looked after because Christina's watching. You've got this amazing story about somebody else that it created a magical moment for, you know, and that's going to create that true influence. So we've got to look at, has it worked for you? Has it worked for someone else? You've got to give someone the reason why they should walk through that shop window and want to go and get that product or that service, you know, or make that inquiry to you. You've got to give them the proof and the actual physical proof that it works, okay? You've got to give them case studies of it working. And if you can do that, right, you're going to find that your conversions and things start to happen for you a lot quicker. You've got to really start honing in on the results that it gains the person, and the things it's also going to save the person. Is it going to save them time? Is it going to save them money? Is it going to save them stress? You know, how is it going to affect them? What result is it going to get them? And if you can look through this checkpoint and look at your offer, you know, or look at the reasons that you're giving somebody to kind of move forward with you, and the stories you're telling about what the product or the service does for them, you're very, very quickly going to see whether your offer's got enough power or not. Because one of the reasons it's probably not working, if it isn't working for you right now, is because it doesn't have enough power. And this is the thing, right? The absolute key to success in marketing is in the preparation. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it's any different. The key to success in marketing is in the preparation. You want more success with your marketing. Who wants more conversions? Who wants more sales? Who wants more leads? If we do, put a big hell yeah in the as Jim Francis would say. So Jim, I don't know if Jim's watching, but Jim's a top man. We took on a tour with me, Damien and Jim, just before the lockdown happened. I had a fantastic time with him, and he always says, if you agree, give me a big hell yeah. And I've kind of commandeered it off him. So you need to all put hell yeah in there, so Jim watches the video and sees that I'm using his line. Right? So you know, give us let us know. But if you do want that, then you've got to give the person some incredibly compelling reasons why they should look to do that thing or move forward, right? Or a story of someone's worked for, a story of someone's helped. And that's going to really, really start to power up your offers. That's going to really, really start to power up your results. And it's going to happen for you very, 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 very quickly, right? Very, very, very quickly. Okay, so we're ready to get on to number 3. We're ready to get on number 3. Put it in the comments for me. Let me know. Because I'm just going to find, as we're working on here, my link for the actual next webinar coming up, because a couple of people are asking for that as well. So we'll put that in a minute. Okay. Next, this is what I know people miss all the time. And some people don't even know they're missing this. This is the irony, right? So when something goes well for you and you start having loads of success, say you're an e-commerce brand or something like that, and you sell products or services and you've been really, really quiet, then all of a sudden you put out this special offer, and then all of a sudden everybody starts to like buying your thing, and you have a record and you're like, oh, well, what happened there? Why did we all of a sudden just get so busy? And why did we actually start to get the great result? Well, because the reason is you're doing checkpoint 1 well, which you're grabbing the people's attention. You're giving them a reason to come in and look, right? And giving them a reason to dig deeper. But then you're giving them a reason why now, because you've either got a special offer on right now, or you've got some bonuses right now, or you've got a reason right now for somebody to go and do it this second, rather than having to wait 3 months, 6 months, a year. Because look, window shoppers, that's what you've got to think. You've got to get that analogy, is you're going out there, especially most of you. Those of you that are working with us deeper on social media, so you're either doing, you're going to be one of our 10 I'm going to be working with in that exclusive group coaching. I'm going to show you some methodologies of how to do this extremely powerfully, right? But and really give people a why now reason. But most people, okay, so this is when it comes to social media ads, what most people are doing is they're going out to cold audiences, people that don't know them, people that haven't seen them before, that haven't ever seen what they're doing before, and they're cold audiences. And what that means is they're just targeting random people that don't know them, don't know their brand, don't know who they are. Now, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is we're targeting window shoppers, right? And really, there's only two types of ads, and two types of ads you can do on social media. There is a prospecting ad, which is where these checkpoints are incredibly crucial. They're not even optional. If you want it to work, you have to follow this. They're crucial, right? We're looking at prospecting ads, and the other type is retargeting ads. You don't need anything else. You just need prospecting ads, retargeting ads. And for those of you, we're going to show you how to do that in the right way and set up your system, which will show you how much it's going to work for you and the results you're going to get. But you've got to give people a reason why now, okay? What are they going to miss out on if they don't do it? Who's going to use it instead of them if they don't do it? You know, who does it actually affect if they don't do it? Like, for example, you know, a lot of people will do more for someone else than they'll ever do for themselves, right? If you agree, pop it in the comments and let me know. But a lot of people will do more for their family or do more for their friends than they'll do for themselves. You know, it's just a natural thing that you want to help other people. And we need to communicate. Sometimes somebody can't get a strong enough reason why now for them, but if it involves somebody else and you're going to help, you know, help somebody else indirectly, then they will come up with that strong enough reason. So we've got to like look at who else does it affect and how do we communicate that? Okay, what is the cost of not doing it? You know, is another thing, because let's say something's going to cost someone £5,000 or £10,000. The reality is, if they're going to make £100,000 back, the 5 or 10 is neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. Right. And that's what we need to get into that mentality. It's the same thing. If something's going to cost someone £100, the £100 doesn't matter if it's going to make them £1,000. So you've got to get that relativity in there, and you've got to give them that reason right now. And we've got another one there that I haven't mentioned too much, but who will use this instead? So Adam Walker is still in the group, who I coached for 3 years probably. If Ad's watching, put it in the comments. But I coached Adam for 3 years, all right, and for maybe a year, right, for a year after working with Ad. Adam went on and built his business up incredibly successfully, right? Incredibly successfully, did really, really, really well. He had some massively good attributes. So Adam's good attributes is he's brilliant with clients. You know, he's probably one of the best people I've seen with people, and especially with high level people. He's good results. But he had issues with things like time management, and actually, you know, getting everything done. That was some of the issues that Ad had. But anyway, I coached Adam for a year, for 3 years. But after the first year, Adam went on to win the accolade. It might have been the first year, it might have been the second year. I can't 100% remember, but he went on to win the accolade of Britain's best estate agent, not the Southeast. Well, he won that as well. He won the Southeast, won all the awards, right? He won Southeast, and literally he did a clean sweep at the property awards based off of all the things that I showed him to do on social media, based off of how I helped him to build a power brand, how I helped him to get organized, and how I coached him. He went on and he achieved all of those things, you know, and created some massive results. But this is the thing. When Adam came to that first event that I did, Adam came to that event, and there was a couple of other, a couple of business partners that were in exactly the same room as Adam, and they were also estate agents. They had exactly the same offer as Adam, okay? Adam took the offer, they didn't take the offer, and the end result was Adam went on to do millions in sales and go on to become voted Britain's best estate agent out of 63,000 people, 63,000 estate agents, right? That is the result that he got because he took the action. So when I used to say that at the free events, and I used to tell people that's 100% true story, 100%. And Adam knows the people that were in the room. I know they're watching. They know they are, right? Right. So that was the difference. And who goes on to get the result instead? And that's a good reason, and a good reason why someone should do something now. Adam then referred Dan Salmon on to me, who then went on to achieve immense results. Also won Britain's best travel agent, 2 super duper A players. So there's another lesson here. You know, the real A players often know other A players. So when you're asking me a question about ideal clients, achieve great results for a great client, they're going to bring you other great clients. Same goes for Palm and Ronak and many, many other people, okay? Absolutely. So let's have a quick look at these comments. So we've got Ian Griffiths. How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. Christina's smiling. Claire saying, please, okay. So there you go. Look at that. That is amazing, right? Ian has put in the comments, hi, web designing and branding. 2 seconds later, he has got a message from Claire saying, please send me some details and costs for web design. You know, I think that's just phenomenal. I said earlier, you should be socially networking. If you're watching this live video and you haven't introduced yourself in the comments, and you haven't put your business in the comments, and you haven't told people who you are and what you do, and you're not networking and you're not putting yourself out there, actually, why not? You know, so all of you should do that right now. Tell people what you do. So you get yourself out there and start telling people. So Claire straight away has done that, which is awesome, which is good stuff. Okay, so we've got the why now. What is the reason now? Like, if you don't do it, guess what? Your competitor probably is. And your competitor is going to be the person that goes out there and smashes it and gets the results and gets the accolade. And you go, I had that same opportunity, but I didn't take it. I just sat there, I did nothing. Right? That is a compelling reason why. And that's something that we need to really understand and, you know, take note of, you know, and you need to check this in your marketing. This needs to be a strong checkpoint for you, and really make sure. And hopefully you can write in the comments and you can let me know, are you all writing the checkpoints down, or are you making a note on your phone? If you're not able to write them down, are you putting them down? And who is with me that you're going to go and analyze one of your offers or one of your ads or some of your copywriting or something that you're putting out there in marketing? Who's going to do that? Where are my A players? If you're going to do it, comment A player, put it in the comments and let me know if you're going to make that happen, because I really, the thing is, I'm doing the live videos and we're doing more content for you because I want to see the results go up. So I want to hold you accountable as well, you know, which is what a great coach does, is make sure you put the things in place. So who's an A player? If you are, put it in the comments, let me know. Be really, really good to hear. Okay, so are we ready for checkpoint number 4, everybody? Are we ready for checkpoint number 4? So Shauna's saying, I specialize in Facebook. So how you doing, Shauna? I hope you're doing well. So Debbie saying, I'm a coach. Absolutely. Chris Lampy's putting his, so everyone is for, well, there you go, Claire. You're a little bit of a trailblazer here, my dear. You've done very, very, very well. Are we ready for checkpoint number 4, everyone? If you are, let me know. And make sure all of you, every one of you should do that. Put yourself out there. Start talking to people. Tell people about your business. This is what you got to do. You've got to get yourself out there more, and you've got to start talk to people more. Remember, what equals more sales? Well, what brings you more leads and what brings you more opportunities? And I'm really testing you here. What brings you more leads and what brings you more opportunities? Put it in the comments for me right now. If you know, put it in the comments for me. Okay? Got A player, good stuff. I'm waiting to see a comment. I'm hoping somebody gets that right. Okay, I'm hoping somebody sees it. I'm hoping somebody can fulfill my fill thing. There's one thing, and it's more what? You can put it in there. Okay, so let's get to number 4. Okay, this is the next thing we need to do. We need to understand, okay, we really, really, really need to get used to selling our value and selling our results. Okay. I don't care if you sell face cream, whether you sell dressing gowns. I don't care if you sell coaching. I don't care if you sell social media. I don't care if you sell, it doesn't matter what you do, right? If you want to get more sales and you want to convince people more to buy your products and services and do a great job for them and build a huge business or a great business that's really profitable, that's super compelling, if you really want that, I need you to transition from just selling what you sell and the products or service you sell to actually starting to sell the value and the results, okay? They don't buy things, they buy results. What will they gain? Let's say you were walking past that shop window and it was a video game in there. Are you buying that video game? No, you're not. You're buying something to do with your time, a distraction. You're buying actually the opportunity to go and sit down and chill out. You're buying it because you've got nothing to watch on TV at the moment. It's a video game. You want to play that video game. If you were walking past it and it's a perfume, right? Why are you buying it? You're buying it because you want to smell great, because you want to impress people. You want to be noticed. What is the result do you get when you buy the product or service that you're interested in? What is the result you get when you buy the product or service that you're offering? And this is something that I've always done, okay, and something that's is super duper important. You've got to stop selling whatever your products or services and start selling the result of what they're going to get. Because this is the thing, a lot of people are like, oh, they're nervous to buy or whatever. Oh, I'm a bit worried. And some people, like a couple of people put in the comments and stuff, oh, people ain't buying right now. That is false. That's not true. There are loads of people buying. You only need to go to Sainsbury's and go and see everybody. They're buying loads. They're buying more than they need. They're buying 10 times more than they need, right? We know that. Why? Because they feel that they are getting value from the things that they're buying, or they're getting results from the things they're buying, okay? Why, you look at stuff like, why did they go and buy loads of toilet roll? Because they were afraid they were going to run out. There was urgency. There was a reason to go and do it, and it gave them a result. We will have that. We'll make sure that we're not going to be out of toilet roll. Now, you've just got to put the same effort into understanding the value you bring to the table or the results you get people, and I promise you they'll buy off you. But you have to understand, how do you communicate your value? How do you communicate your results? That's what you've got to focus on. And if you understand how you can communicate that value and how you can communicate the results, it don't matter whether it doesn't matter what you offer, you sell it right now. That is the reality. That is the reality. You will sell it right now. Okay. And although we might be on lockdown, the world hasn't stopped. Even if some people would have you believe the world has stopped. And we've all got those people around, I'm sure many of you have got those people around you who've got a negative thing to say, or someone going to you, you should be careful. I don't know about doing this, or I don't know about doing that. Or why don't you, you should do this or do that. You've all got that around you. But the reality of the situation is if you see enough value, you're going to buy it anyway. That's the reality. Okay. So you need to get used to, and when you're putting your offer out there, of course, people might be a little bit more cautious about buying your product or service in today's climate. True. That is true. But guess what? That's why you owe it to yourself to become better at exactly what I've just been talking to you about. Okay. And if you get better at exactly what I've just been talking to you about, guess what? Your results are going to get better. So for all of you that are a real A player, that have wrote these 4 things down, what I want you to do is put it in the comments, and you're going to say you're going to put 4 things in the comments. Just comment 4 things, 4 things, 4 things, 4 things. Every one of you get typing, right? Okay, because I want you to go and implement that, and I want you to go and review what you're putting out there. I think that this is something that probably a lot of people needed, and a bit of direction on how to get things to convert a bit better for you. Because this is going to be what's going to help you with your conversions in a big, 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 big way. So really understand that people buy results, what they're going to gain, how it's going to help them, what benefits they're going to see, how will it change something, how will it change their life, how will it get them a result that they've never had before, what would it mean to them to be able to get a bigger result, what would it mean to them to increase their income, what would it mean to them to be gaining more profile, what would it mean to them to kind of stand out in a marketplace, what would it mean to them to go ahead of their competitors, what would it mean to them to be succeeding in a difficult time, what would it mean to them to get bigger results. That's what I'm talking about. And when we get into that and we really look and focus on the results, you're going to have a lot more people buy your products and services. And then, of course, you've got to make sure whatever you do sell, you deliver upon, and you out deliver whatever you sell. So if you sell X, you've got to make sure you deliver the whole ABC, because then you're going to be creating that client for life, because you did a lot more for them than they could ever expect. And that needs to be your last mantra. If you do more for your clients than they ever expect, I promise you're never going to need to look for many clients. So let's get this first bit right. Let's work on your product, and then we're all rock and roll. So hopefully, I'm going to have a quick look in the comments, see what everybody's saying. Okay, so we've got, so Debbie's putting herself out there. So is Cam. Chrissy's saying A. So Sarah's saying A player. You told us to do it. You got to do it. That's it. Alana's saying, hi guys, I'm in the process of setting up my agency. Good stuff. So more marketing, more leads. Cam, you got it wrong. Can't believe you got it wrong, Cam. More conversations, people. Come on. More conversations equal more opportunities, right? Equals more leads, equals more sales, more conversations. That's what we need to focus on, everybody. Okay, good stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this evening. Hopefully you got some really good value out of it. I reckon that somebody's probably going to say to me, Adam, can I have the slides? And the reality is there's only 4 of them. And hopefully, hopefully, even though it's a 40-minute long live, there's only 4 slides. So you probably don't need them, but you're welcome to go back and watch them and write the stuff down. Hopefully you had a great evening. You're going to implement saying, tell me in the comments. Hopefully you go and make it happen. And if you haven't already, make sure that you go and register for the webinar. Okay, I'll put that in the link. You can spend an hour and a half getting some really, really good training. There's some new content on there, how to build a coaching-based business, super valuable for everybody. I think you should all go and get yourself registered and by clicking that link straight away. We have got another social media webinar coming up as well, but that's going to be a week further out. So I'll get yourself onto the one. I've just put the link in the comments. Just go and click that right now. Get yourself filled out, join us on that. I think you're going to get loads of value from it. It's going to be an amazing training, something I'm really looking forward to. And I look forward to seeing you all very, very, very soon. And hopefully you've enjoyed tonight. You've got some real value. I think it was an important thing to get out there, especially for our clients to start putting in play to increase their results. So well done, everyone. And I shall see you very, very soon. Thank you very much.